To do with special one-day license applications for malt beverages and wine only. Demetrius Goldalsis, he's not here. Matt Fitzpatrick of the Pollard Library Foundation for Memorial Hall event, Pollard Memorial Library at 401 Merrimack Street. Meet the author book signing for Thursday, April the 28th, 2011, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Kamani Lakamfang of the Wat Lao Temple, New England, for a New Year's event at the Helena Cultural Center for Saturday, April 2nd, 2011, from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight.
Okay, introduce yourself for the record, please.
Yes, Matt Fitzpatrick, Pollard Library.
Okay.
Yes, my name is Keo Manny Lakongpeng, from Wat Lao Misanyalam.
Okay, and that's going to be at the Helena Cultural Center. Yeah. Okay.
They've both been here before, I think,
Yeah.
right? You guys have both been here before, right?
Yes, this will be our fifth event.
Motion,
Just motion to approve.
motion to second it. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, guys, I hope everything works out for you. Thank you. Next.
Commission will now take up the matter to do with the special event permit for amplification of sound, Global Spectrum Song Center, Kyle Schwartz representative, for a block party prior to the Dropkick Murphys concert for Saturday, March 19th, 2011, from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. This will take place behind the Song Center near the west entrance. There'll be one or two bands to perform.
Introduce yourself for the record.
Kyle Schwartz, Global Spectrum Songa Center.
Okay. This is all during the daylight hour, well, early evening, 8 p.m.
Yes.
You're closing at 8 p.m.,
Yes, the outside activities, yes.
shutting it down. Okay,
No,
when does the show, when does Dropkick Murphys start? Shortly after?
At 8 o'clock.
Okay.
no problem. We'll make a motion to approve.
Seconded. All in favor, say yes.
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 Thank you.
Good luck. Next on the agenda.
Commission will now take up matters to do with public amusement licenses. Dean and Flynn, Inc., doing business as the Fiesta Shows of Seabrook, New Hampshire, John Flynn, representative. 2 carnivals scheduled, one for the St. Louis School at 221 West 6th Street for Thursday, May 12th, and Friday, May 13th, 2011. Those dates would have the carnival at 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., and also for Saturday, May 14th, 2011, from 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. There will be a second carnival that the Fiesta Shows will produce. That'll be the Regatta Field at Pawtucket Boulevard, starting on Thursday, May 26th, runs through, actually, will run through the June 4th of 2011. Weeknight hours will be 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. On weekends, it will be 1 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Introduce yourself for the record, please.
Good afternoon, members of the commission. I'm John Flynn. I'm the president of Dean and Flynn Fiesta, doing business as Fiesta Shows.
Okay, I'm sure you've gotten your inspection, your insurance.
Yes, sir.
You've done this a couple of times, haven't you?
Quite a few times, sir.
Quite a few. Okay.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion,
I'll second.
motion made and seconded. All in favor, say yes.
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 Thank you very much.
Good
You're
weather.
welcome. Hope you have a great weather, great sunshine. There you go. Next on the agenda, McKay?
Commission will open up a hearing on a complaint.
No, McKay.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
How can you
Concert for
forget?
Thomas McKay, Mill City Management, Lowell Memorial Auditorium. The event is the Prince Royce Concert for Thursday, March 17th, 2011, from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. The promoter will be the Mill City Management and Gold Medal Entertainment.
Introduce yourself for the record, please.
Amanda Kinney for Thomas McKay.
Okay, what is Prince Royce?
He is a Latin pop star.
Music?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
teenagers.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion made, seconded. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
I was the science guy.
How is the science?
Yeah.
Oh, it hasn't happened yet.
Hasn't happened yet.
Oh, it's happened. It's going well though.
Is it?
Very
Yeah.
popular.
All right, good
Yeah,
deal.
it'll be good.
You ought to go, you could learn something. Next on the agenda.
Now the commission will open a hearing on a complaint by the Lowell Fire Department against TR Enterprises, Inc., doing business as El Rincon, Ray Serrano manager, the all-alcoholic beverage restaurant licensee at 135 Central Street. for failing to maintain monitoring alarm system.
Is he not here?
Ray's not here.
No.
Okay. Look, I'm going to ask you two gentlemen if you'd be kind enough to stay just for a few minutes. We'll do the rest of the agenda, and if Ray hasn't shown up, we'll handle that at the end. We want to try to give him an opportunity. He did get a letter, did he? He did. Ray got a letter, did he? He signed for his. No?
I had mailed out the notice to appear for the licensing commission meeting, and I sent it by first class, which is to the business address at 135 Central Street. I also sent one to his place of residence that I have on record, as well as his business partner's place of residence. Now, the one for his business partner's place of residence in Lawrence came back undeliverable. And the certified mail to 135 Central Street, I had not received the return receipt on that. Now, just from recent history and sending notices to El Rincon, any certified mail that I've addressed to the business at that numbered address, 135, has never been signed for.
Well, that's the same problem the fire department had before when, I think you said that before, didn't you, Lieutenant, that he won't sign for a certified mail, so you, all right, let's.
But the first-class mail was sent and you haven't received a return.
Well, first-class mail would not,
You don't get a
there would be no notice.
Well, if it was undeliverable, you would get it
Well,
back.
okay,
So-
just for the,
Yeah, first-class mail, you get it back if it was.
this is the one to his business partner, Ed Cantris.
Yeah, okay.
In Lawrence, and that came back undeliverable.
But the other ones haven't.
The other ones haven't.
So then we
That's
can
right.
assume that he got it.
Right, okay, let's go on to the next thing, we don't want to hold these folks up. Then we'll keep talk.
Ideal Global Solutions.
So go to, this is here,
This is Ed Cantris now.
oh, all right.
Why don't you just do number 5?
Okay, Commission will now take up the matter to do with an application by Ideal Global Solutions LLC, Singhap Rowan Manager, that's of the LLC, for secondhand articles license for premises at 296 Westford Street.
Introduce yourself for the record, please.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Singh Haprun.
Okay, tell me, have you ever been in the secondhand business before?
My partner did, but I'm not.
Your partner has.
Yes.
Who's your partner?
My partner's over there.
Come on up here. Okay, what is your name, sir?
My name is Han Tu, sir.
Okay, and you've been in the secondhand business before?
No,
No. Okay. Who's been in the business? Who knows, do you know, have you ever run a secondhand store?
Sorry, my other partner is on the way. That the one who run it before, but he's not here. I'm sorry.
Okay. Now, this is not a pawn shop, this is secondhand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's 296 Westford Street?
It's close to School Street.
I'm sorry?
Close to School Street.
School Street.
Yeah, after somewhere close.
Is
to
that
School
where the Highland Tap was?
Street.
No. Excuse me, I'm sorry, no, that's further down this
In
way.
that building that's just been constructed on the corner there?
Yeah, on the corner there. Yeah.
And there's a jewelry store there now, correct?
No.
it's passed by the jewelry store.
No.
It's past the jewelry store?
Yeah, a little further down.
Further down.
Okay. So it's in Couple Square?
And
No.
next to the auto part, building.
Next to where? Can you speak in the microphone? I can't hear you.
Next to the shop that they fix car. Beside that, the jewelry, they just built it.
Okay. It's in right at the entrance of Couple Square there.
What was in it, what was there before
There was a real estate.
I'm sorry?
It was a real estate
A real
office.
estate office.
So, I just looking at your,
Used to be a Caldwell banker.
yeah, your certificate of organization that you filed with the Secretary of the Commonwealth, you have in here that you're gonna do mortgage loans and origination,
Yeah,
nutrition and vitamins,
we did that, yeah. We have the Cambodian herbs nutrition did that, yeah.
DNA testing,
Yeah,
wireless communication. So it's basically like a one-stop shop?
Yeah.
It's like a Walmart in a little plaza?
I hope so, yeah.
Okay, have you ever been engaged in a business like this before?
No,
Okay. Do you know the laws of the Commonwealth relative to secondhand articles?
no.
Okay.
I think what we ought to do on this, you really got a mixed bag here. You'd have, I mean, you're gonna do DNA testing? I mean, there's gotta be health regulations and
Yeah.
everything that's
Yeah,
involved.
we got approved that by the state already, so all those have been in place. Right now, because the space is, we have a big space, so we want to put more items in there, especially electronic, like computers, and so that's everything.
I guess my concern right off the bat is that I just asked you if you knew what the laws were relative to secondhand articles, and you said no. So how in good conscience can this board grant you a license for secondhand articles if you don't know the law?
So that's why we be asking for your permission to start it, so that way we can look into all the requirements. We met
Yeah,
with
but
Mr. Bryan.
If you walk on a job with a shovel, you're a lot more, you're probably 50% of the way there of getting a job than to walk on and the guy say, well, do you have a, well, I don't have a shovel or anything. You're talking about something that, first of all, I couldn't vote for it right now, because I'd have to, I would want to know if you can mix these things together. I mean, there is such a thing as one-stop shopping, but to me, it looks like you're way up. You're in a medical arena at one end, and you're in a secondhand store in another end. I want somebody to tell me that can be done. I can't imagine going in to a secondhand store and saying, I want my DNA tested. I would think twice. I'm not saying you're wrong. Please understand that. I just don't know.
I'm less concerned about that. I am more concerned with what Commissioner Occasion raised. Look, if you want to get a driver's license, you have to know the rules of the road, and they give you a test first.
Let me
We
give
just
you.
asked you if you knew the rules of the road for a second-hand license. You said no. Why don't we hold this over until you're up to speed on all of those requirements before we license you to quote-unquote, drive in the economy, okay?
Let me try to answer one of the questions that you asked earlier.
Yeah.
We met Mr. Bryan, and he asked us to went to the police department. So we went to the police department. One of the requirements police department indicating to us is that before you accept any second-hand order from anybody, make sure you report to the police, because that if somebody stole some item from other place and bring to your store and you're buying it, that's against the law. If you talk about that law, so we did discuss that to the police department already on that issue. And when you apply to other laws, such as, I don't know what other law you're referring to, but if you're in terms of the process of dealing with the police department, we did approach the police department on that issue already. And in terms of the building code and building inspection, the building is already authorized to operate the business. And the building itself, there's like 5 offices, separate location, and everybody have different function, different duty. And we have one particular space that designated to that particular items, like the electronics requirement. So in terms of safety code, in terms of fire code, in terms of building code, those meet the code already. So when you refer to the law, I don't know what law you mentioned too, that's why I say no. So if you talk about the process with the police department, we did that already.
Okay. Don't you need a license to be a mortgage originator? Don't you need a license to be a mortgage originator?
From the state.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
So, I know, but I mean, if you give them, yes, it's on here.
That's it.
I'm just, you know, I'm kind of concerned. What I'd like to do
It's on
is,
his application, if you give
No,
him
it's
a
not.
grant.
we're not dealing with mortgage
What's the
issues.
statute? What's the
We have nothing to do
what's
with
the
mortgages.
chapter for
We have zero to
secondhand?
do with mortgages. We're not licensing mortgages.
Secondhand articles?
Junk and secondhand.
Okay,
I don't have a copy with us.
Right.
Yeah.
and then is there a corresponding Massachusetts general law?
It is,
Yes.
I just wanted to mention, it appears that there's a little bit of confusion. The only issue I believe that's before the board is the secondhand license. The fact that those other issues are in their corporate documents doesn't have anything to do with this board. I mean, that you can have a corporation that's set up to do 100 different
Right.
things. It doesn't have anything to do with what the board's
I
doing
guess
with right now.
my thought on this would be, what I would like you to do is to get a copy of the City of Lowell ordinances relative to secondhand articles. I'd also like you to look at Massachusetts general laws relative to second-hand articles, which I believe is Chapter 140. That's what Ryan just said. So look at Chapter 140.
Uh-huh.
If you come to the License Commission office next week, Monday or Tuesday, you can get a copy of the city ordinance relative to secondhand
Uh-huh.
articles. I want you to review that, okay? And you're telling me you're gonna review it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you'll come back on March 24th,
Uh-huh.
and if you've come in and picked up the city ordinances and reviewed those laws, and you state to this board that you have done that, I'm sure we'll look favorably on your
Okay.
application. But I'll make a motion to continue this until March 24th, 2011.
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor, say yes.
Yes. And the reason why I did that was to protect you, because you just stated that you didn't know the law, but if I know that you've made the attempt to review the law, and then you do it, and you come in and tell us that, then you'll be better prepared to do business in the city. You won't come into any problems, and we don't want you here, with any violations. So it's to protect you,
Okay.
okay?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll see you on March 24th.
All right, great, thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Wait till he go,
And I think this guy showed up.
wait till he go, just 1 second. No, wait a minute. Okay,
This is a public meeting, Wally.
I understand that.
Okay. You gotta put that-
My concern, I'm sorry. My concern here is, we are licensing him as a secondhand store. The question is general character of the business. The general character of a secondhand license is to buy and sell secondhand furniture. That's all that should be in here. He should not have all this stuff. This stuff implies to a layman that by granting this license, the general character of his business is all these other things. I have no problem with him running these things if he'd like to run them, none whatsoever. This is a license application for a second-hand license. The rest of it is of no concern of ours, it shouldn't even be on here. By allowing this to be on here, we're opening Pandora's box.
But what I respectfully disagree, because what you're referencing is the certificate of organization that's filed with the Secretary of the Commonwealth, and the very bottom says, "in other general services when applicable by law." And one of the services that they can provide, which is applicable under the law, is a second-hand license. And that's what they're doing, and it's covered right here by the last paragraph. And that satisfies, to me anyways, the requirement, and the Commonwealth takes it. I don't know about Commissioner Weicker, how you feel.
No, I agree. The articles of organization with the Secretary of State are only relevant to us
On
to
a
the extent
second-hand
that it
license.
says that they're authorized to do any legal business. That includes a secondhand license store. That last paragraph that says, "and any other legal business," covers this. All right, if they came in with a articles of organization that didn't say legal business, if it said, we're only gonna be authorized as a drugstore, then they wouldn't be covered. But they
Okay.
have any other legal. So,
All righty.
moving on.
Outvoted.
Sorry,
What?
did you vote to continue?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I want to continue. I don't want to, I'm not saying they can't have it. It just bothers me that I think they go behind. I'm going to take Brian down and get him a free DNA test. Hey, Mrs. Brian, buy the guy a free DNA test thing. Find out where this guy's coming from.
I'm going to strike that from the record.
Move to have that taken out of the minutes. It's on YouTube.
Commission will now open the hearing on a complaint by the Lowell Fire Department against TR Enterprises, Inc., doing business as El Rincon Ray Serrano Manager, all alcoholic beverage restaurant licensee at 135 Central Street, for failing to maintain a monitoring alarm system. Cantor's?
What's your name, sir?
Eddie Cantris?
Okay. And your relationship? Your relationship,
Oh, to Ray, I'm Ray's business partner.
your Ray's partner?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How come they delivered you a certified mail and it went to 83 Howard Street in Lawrence?
I did a change of address. I used to live out in Lawrence, and I live in Lowell.
File that with the office.
Okay. Be sure you file that with the office.
Okay.
Give them your correct address. All right. I really wanted Ray here also. I'm sure that if you are intelligent, which you look to be, you will go back to him and let him know that there is absolutely, positively, beyond a shadow of a doubt, no excuse whatsoever for going offline. None. Okay? There's none. The fire, what, you think this is a joke?
No, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. I don't
Yeah,
think it's a
smirk
joke.
on
I
your
understand.
face, like-
I understand that. No,
Realize what he did?
I understand.
Realize what you did? If that building caught on fire, the fire department doesn't get notified. Look, you can appear before us for serving a minor. You can appear before us because somebody got drunk and fell out on the sidewalk or something. And there can be a million excuses. And I think this board as a whole tries to look on the businessman's side of problems to help get them solved. But to let your alarm go offline, beg, borrow, or steal, I don't care. The alarm doesn't go offline. And then to add insult to injury, they send a fireman over so you can stay open and make money, and you give him a rubber check.
I didn't write out the check.
Well, I understand that, and that's why Ray should be here.
Ray has personal issues that he has to take care of. I mean, that.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. You got a license that says that business is supposed to be operated 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. You guys are only opening Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So you're really not exercising the license the way it's supposed to be. So when the fire department picks up the phone and calls, you know, it's a shame that you can't get over there to let them in. But I'm going to tell you what, the lieutenant and them are going to know when they leave here today, if they call over there and somebody can't be available to unlock the door to let them in to test the system, we want to know about it. We want to know about it. Okay? You know, something like this, there's I'm sorry, but there's absolutely no excuse for it whatsoever. There's nothing you can say to me to make me feel any better about it or anything. I can't imagine putting people at risk. I can't imagine that the fire department or the police department try to cooperate, try to help you through the situation, and then they get a check that bounces. So I understand as of now you're online.
Yes, sir.
And this is paid.
Yes, sir.
And I want you to know that I have asked the fire department to do some spot checks in the evenings, which they've reassured me will be done.
No, that's fine. I can understand because we don't
You don't-
want any dead bodies on our issue either, and we don't want any of that stuff issue. I understand that you don't want any excuses. We're not making excuses as far as when the snowstorm happened, the lines went down. It had nothing to do with on our part. As far as the lines going down, we called Verizon to come out there. We had a tech to go out there early in the morning to come out and check the lines. And there was nothing that they could do trying to fix the lines. The lines were down for, as far as we know, couple of weeks or so.
We're the only ones in the city with the lines down.
I have no idea if it's where the lines are connected or where how much part of where we were down, how much part of that actually caused, but I know that was the line that was down, and we did call Verizon, and we called that alarm company to come out and check them, and we had both guys there checking all the alarms. When the alarm company came to check the alarms, they said that the problem wasn't on their end, that it was a Verizon. Now we called Verizon and said, well, we'll be there between 8 and 4. Okay, so I have a guy sitting there between 8 and 4. The guy doesn't show up. I call Verizon and say, what was wrong with this line? And somebody didn't, you guys told me that somebody was going to be there between 8 and 4. They say, oh, well, we didn't say that. We're going to send somebody out on Monday. I goes, well, why didn't they tell me this when I called early this morning? So, that's the bottom line on our part. We're not making excuses. We had our problem with the checks and stuff like that. I didn't know Ray had wrote the check. Well, if I did, I didn't know that it's going to bounce or whatever. That I don't make any excuses for as far as that goes.
How many places did the lines go down on during the snowstorm? You don't know? Okay, you got to turn the mic on. Okay, so how many checks did I haven't got the paper in front of me. How many checks did you make on? See, it's right in here.
No record of
okay.
the issue with the checks.
Huh?
There's no issue on record of checks.
No, I'm not worried about that. But the lines were down in July 23rd, 24th. There must have been a wallopalooza of a snowstorm.
Well, I can't go back. I don't remember exactly.
The line was down. That's another one. November 6th, maybe there was a snowstorm the 6th. I don't know. January 14th. And the thing is that, there's nobody over there to sign for the letters or, there's no spirit of cooperation coming this way. And I want to put you on notice that that's not going to be tolerated. It's just not going to be tolerated.
Yeah, I'm not making excuses for June and July. I know it doesn't. No, I believe you. I don't have to see it. I believe you. I know we've had issues with it.
But you're saying snowstorms and
well, I know it doesn't snow in June. I know it doesn't snow in June.
Okay.
But
So, whether you're the sacrificial...
You said I was an intelligent person, but...
This isn't a debate.
I'm not debating.
You're the
Do me a
sacrificial...
favor, let him finish first.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're the sacrificial lamb that, Ray sent over here, I just hope you're going to go back and make sure he thoroughly understands. Because this is not going to happen again. It's not. There's two things I always said when I took this job. One was nobody was ever going to walk through that door and point the finger at me and say, if you had done your job, my son wouldn't be dead today, or my daughter wouldn't be dead, okay? Fortunately or unfortunately, that's what I did for a living. I've seen a lot of results of a lot of drunk drivers, okay? So sometimes, in fact, when I took this job, I said to Dick Johnson, who was the city manager back then, I said, I might be the wrong person for this job. I said, because I can tell you firsthand what a drunk driver does. I've been involved with that, okay? And the second side of the coin is, nobody's ever going to walk in this building and have a fire like they had down in Worcester or Rhode Island. It's just not going to happen. It's too dangerous. The buildings are connected together, and the fireman gives up a night, and everybody says, well, he made overtime, they paid him overtime. You know what? He probably wanted to be home with his family. That's always the biggest joke in the country. Well, he made overtime out of it. It's good that he did. He should make overtime on it. But you know what? A lot of times these guys are saying, hey, I'm tired. I want to go home. Okay? And when they extend that hand to try to help you, it behooves you as a person on the other side to extend your hand to thank them for doing it. So you better make sure Ray understands that, because where I'm coming from it drives me crazy. Drives me absolutely crazy to put somebody at risk like this.
I guess, Ed, my concern is, In July of, this past July, you didn't have a proper working fire system, okay?
Okay, and that's.
Well, just
okay.
let me finish, and then I'll give you an opportunity to speak. Then in October, you were closed again for not having a fire system, a working monitoring system. And then you must have had some sort of event coming up, and Deputy Donnelly allowed you to open as long as you hired a fire detail. So now, you had July, August, September, October, and into November. That's, 4.5 months to get the system up and working, and you still hadn't done it. And then in January, Lieutenant Ryder conducted an inspection and again noted that the system was in trouble and the monitoring system wasn't working. That was 2 months ago. They issued a violation and then you got it working and it's up and working. But it shouldn't have taken from July through January to get it done. I mean, that's 5 months. You're operating a business. You have a lot of liability there. You just said, the Rhode Island fire. There's no excuse for that. And I know there might be extenuating circumstances, but not for 5 months. So this has got to be priority number one. We've had issues with El Rincon before relative to, I don't know, they were only selling like 100 drinks one night. And I thought that was, but if that's how you guys want to run your business, that's fine. But this has to be taken care of. And Chairman Bayless, wants you to pass that message on to Ray. This is the most important thing, not whether, you're selling drinks or you got to make sure that the people that are entering your establishment are protected and have, the proper precautions there to maintain the safety. So 5 months is too long. And I know you might be the sacrificial lamb today, and I'm sorry for that, but 5 months is too long.
No, I mean, I understand 5 months is too long, but you're saying it was from January to whatever. These are all different separate issues, and I don't know exactly the bottom line of every issue, but it wasn't from July to January that we didn't have service. All right, the service came back up, went back down, whether it was non-payment or whatever. I understand. I'm not making excuses. The reason why we're probably here is because on those other issues, we did hire a detail when we were open, and the problem is we fell behind on paying them, and that's part of the issue. I mean, that's probably why, we're here. And I mean, if we had an issue of the fire alarm going down and we paid it and we got back up and running and we paid the detail, we probably wouldn't be here. Because, but it wasn't a span from July to January. And trust me, I don't want to go to jail or to have the responsibility of any deaths or whatever. And I don't want any of you guys to be on that same thing,
I agree with you,
or anybody.
And I know you're sincere in saying that, but, a couple times you cited non-payment there. Paying the fire department and paying the monitoring system is more important than paying your distributor for your alcohol for the day. So make sure that that's paid, okay?
And then we'll make sure that gets paid.
Okay.
I like that. You have anything you want to add to us, or?
No, I'm all set.
I mean,
As long as the public safety issue is addressed, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm kind of the opinion that, I'm more disturbed. You tell me it went up and down a couple of times between July and January. I'm a little disturbed by seeing one on the 29th and then still on the 6th. It's still not up
29th
and
of what?
running. I guess we're going into October and November 29th through, October 29th through November 6th. That's 9 days, counting the 29th and going through to the 6th. That's 9 days that you couldn't get it up and running. That's not Verizon, telling me that.
No, I don't know. I can't exactly tell you what the issue was.
I know,
back then.
and that's the problem, is that you're here and you don't know what the issues are. You're just the scapegoat that was sent down here, okay? You're not the guy running the place, obviously. You're not the guy with any knowledge, obviously. You're just here telling us, hey, we're really sorry. I don't want it on my conscience. I got it. You don't know what's going on. You're a business partner, but you're not involved in the running of the business. I get it, okay?
No,
You're the scapegoat for today. You don't have the knowledge. But I'm telling you very clearly, if it comes back in front of us again, we won't have to worry about whether you're open, okay? Because that'll be the end.
I understand that. I'm
tell
his
Ray-
partner, yeah.
Tell Ray, you sign for the letters if they send you a letter. We don't want them coming back. You sign for the letter. even if you know it's a complaint, whatever, you sign for that. You know, the spirit of cooperation is important. You know, here they go to all the trouble of typing up a letter and everything. They want to get a hold of you. Oh, we're not available. We can't be there. You better be available. There's no such thing I can't be available. You got a liquor license that says you're operating a restaurant, bar room, you know, and just because you don't feel like opening Tuesday, if the fire department calls, or the police department, or the health department, I'll be down. I'm unavailable, I'll be down. That's my livelihood. You know, that's what I can't understand about the whole thing. This is your livelihood. This is how he makes his money, supposedly. So, you know, when all of these other issues enter into it, you gotta protect your livelihood. And in doing that, you protect everybody else.
So can we make a finding that they violated, they have a violation for failing to maintain a working monitoring system, and then we'll put it on file?
Yeah, I'll second that.
Is that all right? Can we, okay, motion to record a violation. Seconded, all in favor, say yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, I have a question for the law department. Is it within our authority to require, as a licensing authority, that any holder of any license has to be available during normal business hours or have a designated agent available during normal business hours to give access to the fire department to do their inspections? So that if they say, I'm here, it's 11 o'clock, you know, I'm coming to your business to test this fire. Because one of the complaints we heard was that, you know, we went down there on all these weekdays and we couldn't get in because the place is boarded up and it doesn't open until 11 o'clock on a Thursday night. You know, it's within our, if I'm not incorrect, it's within our authority. We can say that anybody holding a liquor license has to be open or have an agent available to open the place during normal business hours when there's inspections are being done.
I believe that's the case. I'm not 100% sure, so I'll have to check and get back to the.
I think it should cover
just-
all inspectional services.
All inspectional services, yeah.
Fire, health, anything like that. I
Can we just
mean,
put that on for the next meeting?
we're the ones that are gonna get we're the ones that, you know, they say it flows downhill. Do I have to describe it? But anyways, it does. You know, and we're down at the bottom of the hill here. Because when something goes wrong, everybody's gonna look for somebody to blame. It's not my fault, it's their fault. And, you know, I look behind me and the chair's empty. So we know that we're gonna be at the bottom of that hill. So if you could find that out, that would be really, that's a great idea. I just,
Yeah,
Can we-
we'll have the law department take a look at that and get something back before the next meeting.
Yeah.
anybody got anything else?
I think we got one.
I want to just say to the fire department, I appreciate your time
This guy.
and effort. I did speak to the deputy chief the next day about your appearance, Lieutenant. I told him you did a wonderful job. You deserve a promotion. He kind of showed me the door, but anyways, I tried. But seriously, I appreciate you taking the time. I appreciate you going over there. I would hope that, you know, until they can iron things, we can kind of keep a good, nice, tight eye on it.
And if you guys have any input for this access issue that we're gonna look at over the next week, could you
Let us
send
know.
that through, Ryan?
Sure,
You know, if there's anything that would be beneficial to the way you guys do it.
sure.
Okay?
All right, thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All set.
See ya.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
All right, thanks.
I think we got one up here.
Yeah.
We have one, this gentleman here. What's that one for?
Commission will now review an application for a beer and wine license filed on behalf of Demetrius Goldalsis of Gazebo Cafe for Thursday, March 17th, 2011, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. The event is the Textile Open Golf Putting Tournament at the Gazebo Cafe at 491 Dutton Street.
Hi, my
Introduce
name is
yourself for the
Labros
record.
Rutzas.
I'm sorry?
My name is Labros Rutzas. I'm here to pick up my partner's license for the Mitchell Dashes.
So you're standing in for Demetrios?
Yes.
Okay, what is your relation to Demetrios?
Partners.
Partners?
Huh?
Partners, yeah.
Okay. Is March 17th St. Patrick's Day?
That's
Every
it?
year.
What's a good Greek guy like you doing it on St. Patrick's Day for?
We've done that before, the last year,
Oh,
the same
yeah,
thing.
we've done it before.
So,
Okay, you're gonna have green baklava?
baklava, green baklava,
Oh, my God. And lamb with
with
the,
extra honey on it.
yeah, but the lamb, you put that green jelly, not jelly, mint. That green mint, so you can eat lamb on St. Patrick's Day.
I have green for people to putt on. It's a putting tournament.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second it.
Second it. All in favor, say yes.
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 Thank you.
I thought it was the 13th. I don't know why I was thinking the 13th. Anything else? Anything you got? Nothing? Okay.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
We're coming home, Benjamin.